Kate Middleton, the poised and ever graceful Princess of Wales, recently stepped into an entirely new light, this time not as a royal figure commanding attention on a red carpet or comforting a crowd of admirers, but as a thoughtful and deeply invested museum curator. In a move that has stunned both royal watchers and art enthusiasts across the globe, the future Queen Consort has embraced a curator's role with passion, precision, and a remarkably personal touch. Her latest collaboration, which involved helping select pieces for a new exhibit, is not only a tribute to her long-standing love for art and history but also a subtle and poignant homage to her daughter, Princess Charlotte, whose youthful spirit may have unknowingly shaped her mother's artistic decisions. The Princess of Wales, whose commitment to mental health, early childhood development, and the preservation of cultural heritage is widely acknowledged, took her affinity for historical preservation a step further by involving herself in the selection of rare and significant pieces for an exhibit at the Foundling Museum, a place already close to her heart. The Foundling Museum tells the story of the Foundling Hospital, the UK's first children's charity and first public art gallery, and speaks directly to Kate's deep-seated values. However, what captured the hearts of many wasn't merely her involvement, but the emotional undertones behind her selections. Among the curated works, one particular piece stood out not only for its historical value but for the tender narrative it seemed to echo, a narrative unmistakably woven with the essence of maternal pride and personal reflection. Observers couldn't help but notice that one of the exhibit's reflected themes directly tied to children, innocence, and the imaginative world they inhabit. That's when a wave of speculation, backed by insider whispers, pointed to a very likely source of inspiration: Princess Charlotte. Charlotte, known for her confident demeanor and charming blend of traditional poise with youthful vibrancy, may be young, but her influence is already subtly leaving its imprint on the monarchy's evolution. Close aides and museum insiders hinted that Kate's decision to include a particular piece, a whimsical yet meaningful work evoking the imaginative world of childhood, was spurred by a conversation she had shared with her daughter during a private visit to the museum grounds weeks before the exhibit was finalized. According to sources close to the princess, Charlotte was particularly taken by the painting's magical atmosphere and the story it told of a child's journey through art and emotion. Kate, profoundly moved by her daughter's interpretation, made the heartfelt decision to ensure it became part of the exhibition. It's these quiet, intimate moments, often hidden from the spotlight, that define Kate Middleton's growing legacy as more than just a royal figure. She is a mother first, one who listens attentively, observes deeply, and channels the emotions of her family into meaningful public contributions. This exhibition wasn't simply an artistic endeavor. It was a bridge between public duty and private affection, drawing inspiration from the one place where Kate's heart is most full, her family. Observers at the exhibit noted how Kate's eye for curation leaned not only toward the classically significant but also toward the emotionally resonant. The pieces chosen echoed the themes she has tirelessly advocated for: resilience in early childhood, the importance of nurturing imagination, and the healing power of art. This is where her role as a curator becomes more than symbolic. It becomes deeply purposeful, rooted in her lived experience as a mother of 3 children, each with distinct personalities that seem to subtly guide her public engagements. Princess Charlotte, now visibly growing into her own role within the royal firmament, has been described by insiders as articulate, curious, and particularly drawn to storytelling. Whether through books, music, or visual art, Charlotte's creative spark is reportedly something Kate nurtures diligently at home. It's no wonder that when faced with the task of curating a public collection, Kate might be instinctively drawn toward the very themes her daughter cherishes. This new chapter in Kate Middleton's public life, one where she effortlessly melds her love for the arts with her devotion to family, has reignited public admiration for her unique approach to royal service. She's not just a figurehead. She's a visionary weaving generational narratives into cultural institutions, breathing new life into how the monarchy supports the arts and education. Her engagement with the Foundling Museum is just the beginning of what insiders say will be a broader cultural initiative from the Princess of Wales, aimed at amplifying child-focused exhibitions across the UK. As news of her involvement continues to spread, museum attendance has seen a notable rise, with many visitors eager not only to view the exhibition but to witness firsthand the emotional depth of a princess's influence. Parents, artists, teachers, and even students have praised the move, calling it a refreshing blend of relevance and royalty. The buzz has also sparked conversations about how the monarchy can evolve in the modern age, not through grandeur alone, but through relatable, compassionate leadership that connects with everyday life. Kate's transition into this artistic role wasn't a spontaneous decision. It stems from years of quietly supporting the arts, of engaging in discussions about how creative expression fosters mental wellness in children. This exhibit is a natural evolution of that work. And for those who follow the royal family closely, it also signals something more powerful, the beginning of Charlotte's silent yet unmistakable influence on the palace's cultural direction. Though she remains young, Charlotte's presence continues to shape public perception of the younger royals. From her poised appearances beside her brothers to her increasingly thoughtful contributions in family settings, she is already carving out a legacy as a young royal with vision and voice. That voice, echoed through her mother's curatorial choices, now speaks to the world from gallery walls. Kate Middleton's embodiment of this new role reinforces what many have long believed, that the strength of the modern royal family lies not in the opulence of titles, but in the tenderness of their choices, in how they bring their private values to public spaces. This blending of heart and heritage is what sets Kate apart, making her one of the most beloved royals of our time. And as Charlotte continues to grow under the watchful eyes of her loving parents, one can only imagine how her ideas, passions, and innocence will continue to inspire royal endeavors in ways big and small. From palace halls to museum corridors, the future of the monarchy appears not just ceremonial but sincerely creative, and it starts with the children they raise. As the exhibition garners praise and public interest surges, one fact becomes clear: Kate Middleton is not merely showcasing art, she's showcasing love, memory, and motherhood. Through every carefully selected piece, there is a whisper of a bedtime story told in the quiet comfort of a royal nursery, a giggle shared between mother and daughter during a family museum outing, a fleeting moment now frozen in time on canvas. This exhibition is more than a royal engagement. It's a testimony to the power of inspiration passed down from one generation to the next. It's a royal love letter written not in ink but in oil paint, historical textures, and evocative brushstrokes, with Princess Charlotte's spirit humming gently between each frame. And if this is only the beginning of her influence, then the royal future is not only in safe hands, it's in imaginative, deeply thoughtful, and beautifully artistic ones. What other unseen bonds between the royals and their children might one day quietly reshape the way we understand monarchy itself? If this story has been educative to you in any way, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment below if you love hearing the latest emotional and heartwarming updates about the royal family. Join our growing community as we bring you inside stories you won't find anywhere else.